for giving us the opportunity to, do a bit of review for us. This will help all other businesses who would want to partner with us in the future. So, Guy, if you could just effectively just start with telling us a little bit about yourself and you are the boss.
I'm Nick. I'm from YTBoss. Our website's about making care and support simple for people. So whether people are looking for care or providing care, we've got lots of tools and resources and articles for them. Specifically people who are looking to provide care directly to individuals, so not through an agency or through a provider or in a care home or something like that. We help them find out what they need to do.
Oh, awesome. Now, could you tell us a little bit about the challenges that you were facing before QL came on board?
The website was really old and it looked so dated. It was just horrible. And it had no SEO to speak of, so it wasn't mobile friendly either. So we were really being penalised by not having a good and responsive website. So we knew it needed a facelift because the customer journey wasn't very good either. So it was just a bit of a mess. It had grown beyond all reason. But more importantly, we knew that with some optimisation, some organisation and a facelift, it could reach so much more people and they would have a cohesive customer journey.
Absolutely, and even though at the state the business was in, it was still driving traffic to, like, people were still coming on the site and using it, so there was a good loyalty.
Surprising. Surprising though.
No, that's really good. So in terms of, what was your biggest challenges in finding the right partner?
We really did struggle with this. Both kind of times we built the website, we struggled with it. People either seemed to know about making a pretty website, which was kind of just a flat website, and they could make it look really, really nice, but it was just a website that kind of wasn't the product. People understanding that the product was the website was a real challenge. So it had to have massive functionality behind it and actually provide a service to people. So trying to find someone to do that was probably our biggest challenge.
So effectively a feature-rich site that you were looking for. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. It was trying to get people to understand, to get all the information that they needed from that website and all the services and tools that they needed from that website without having to contact me to go, how do I do this, how do I do that?
Nice. So what made you choose QL Tech? What convinced you that we were the right partners?
We were introduced to you by Scott from Scale My Empire, and for that I am very, very grateful. He thought you guys could initially help us with SEO and then looked at the website as well, and you came up with some really good suggestions for it. Talking to you and Sunny, it became really clear that you were the guys to help us. And that you really knew what you were talking about, and helping us through the process was fantastic.
Nice. Now, do you have any last-minute doubts or hesitations before we got cracking on the project?
Yes. As always, we've been so badly done before. The first time around we had a problem with this, and the second when we built the website, and we didn't really solve it with the website that we originally created. So when we came to do it again, Chloe and I were very, very worried about how we were going to take it forward. We weren't sure that you would be up to it, because how did we know it wasn't just all talk? But Scott was really convincing, and when we talked to you, actually, you were both very convincing when you got into the detail and told us a lot of the information that we felt that you really did understand what we were trying to do and what we were trying to achieve before we got to the point where we signed.
So now this takes me to my next question, which was the strategy and the planning of the project that we took, that we got started with the sauce pack. What were your thoughts on that?
I think it's a painful process, but I don't think you could have made it any less painful. I think it just is. It's you trying to find from business owners what they're trying to achieve and get to the crux of it whilst merging it with the customer journey. So for us to try and explain it and for you to tell us what was practical and feasible and how we could actually do it was really tricky. I think you made it as painless as possible, but I do think it's the trickiest part of the process.
Yes, I think that because only from there will all the information follow on to the rest of the teams, like the development, the design, and marketing, and so forth. So, yes, it becomes a bit of a pain at times.
Yeah, but you first did, so that's the main thing. You extracted exactly what we wanted to achieve. So,
and now let's talk about what was your experience like during building the website and the workflow automation and the automation campaigns that we did within Infusionsoft. What was that process for you as a customer of QL?
I think it was really, I've learned so much. I think it was a really good process. So understanding, because we didn't know Infusionsoft at all. So you really introduced us to that, into how the moving away from the automation that we did have to something that is powered effectively and automates a lot of our business. That's been really good. And Sunny explaining the different elements of the process and how it works and teaching us how to tweak it to what we need is brilliant. In terms of the website, going through the design process, again, you kind of, it feels like you're answering the same question in lots of different ways, but then when it all comes together and you show us what you've actually gleaned from what we told you, was fantastic. I mean, looking at the brand now and the brand how it was previously is kind of poles apart, but you can still see the echo of everything that was there before. So it's taken the essence of You're the Boss and just made it a lot better. I think the bit that impressed me the most was that you won't go with that'll do. So when you present something to us and we're like, oh yeah, that's brilliant, that's really good, and you can hear you also go, oh well, yeah, there's something there, and then the next time we look at it, it's tweaked and it's much better, and that it works a bit better, and you've just gone away and done that. Or even if we've made a slight suggestion and gone, oh, I wonder how it would work if we had it like this, and then before we know it, it's there, it's done. That's been the most amazing part of it.
No, thanks. But and again, it's the strategy document that we did prior to it that helped us understand you as a business owner as well and the brand. So there were no shortcuts, in building the product. If it was required, it had to be done. So now, in terms of turnaround time, with how QL works, what's your take on that?
Mainly it's been us not providing what we've needed to provide when we've needed to provide it, which has probably held things up most.
Pointing fingers here, Nick.
Sorry?
As in no one's pointing fingers here?
No, but I think that's probably, I think your turnaround time's been fantastic. I don't think I had any appreciation of how much work and how much time this was going to take from us, but that was rewriting the content because you pushed us to not be satisfied with our work. So just transferring the content was not going to be an option. Everything needed rewriting and reformatting and optimizing. And if we'd have had the budget, we'd have got you to do that, but we didn't.
No, but kudos to you guys. You guys persevered as well. So, and we have a really great end product now. So that's awesome. Okay, so now once the site is built, how do you reckon the life is better at YTB because of the website and the automation that's come with it?
It's really early days. The website's launched. It's on a new domain, so it looks fantastic. I'm proud of the site now. So I kind of got to the point where I was apologising to people when they phoned up and said, "Can we go and look at your site?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you go and have a look, but please don't judge us on it." But now I'm like, "Yes, go and have a look. It's brilliant. It's amazing." So it looks fantastic. We need to build the numbers back up. Where we've moved to a new domain, we've got to get all our rankings up and everything like that. But I know we're on that at the moment. The best bit for me is that I'm actually looking to the future and doing work that I think needs to be done. I'm not spending all my time firefighting a site that's falling to pieces. So I used to get loads of inquiries about documents not being downloadable, or resetting someone's password, or even just like the same questions over and over again about how do I set up as a paid carer? I've had a look at the site, but what do I need to do? And now people are finding the answers themselves without me needing to help them. So the customer journey is definitely working on the site, and people are getting the documents that they bought delivered to them rather than just having to download it from a link. So it's much, much more efficient.
Nice. Now, in terms of going through these all 9 yards, any part of it that QL could have done better?
I think you need to pick yourselves up more right at the beginning. I think it took us a while to really believe that you could do this, and that you were the right people. And I think the confidence that came later when you were talking to us needs to be shown more at the beginning, because that would have given us more confidence to sign more quickly.
On that, we were basically going down the lines of under-promising and over-delivering. So, but so we under-promised enough, and we were at a stage that we not get the project, and then but once we got it, we over-delivered. So.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
So it worked out all right.
Yeah, it's all come good in the end.
So any quantifiable gains, such as saving in time or money or the effort to get your regular day-to-day work done from within YTBoss because of the development that we undertook?
It probably saved me about 3 or 4 hours a week. But more importantly, it's the scalability, because the thought of scaling up with the old site and everything and doing massive SEO on the old site was ridiculous, because all I was going to do was create myself more problems. So we really didn't want to do that. So the fact that it's now scalable is the most important thing to us. It all works well, and I'm saving about 3 or 4 hours a week, I would imagine.
Nice. Now, any other business owner or entrepreneurs watching this, any words of wisdom for them?
Be really clear on what you want. So work out exactly what you want to begin with, and then work out how to express it clearly. Because I think trying to get that information out to Sunny and Raj in the first place saves an awful lot of time. But once you've got it, then do speak to them, and do speak about all the little additional extras and the little tweaks and the things that you've got in your imagination as to how it could work in the future. Because I think once Sunny and Raj have got it understood as to what needs to happen and how it needs to happen, the creations that come out are fantastic.
Thanks again for that feedback. Greatly appreciated, Nick. That was awesome.